Here we are, far apart. I know, we're far apart, but I think the next 2 episodes we're going to be in person. I think we're going to double film. I'm going there on Monday. And also, this episode might be a little late. Whatever. You know what, guys? This is a fun side thing we do. And it's our way of being able to hang out with you guys. So I don't want to hear it.
I wish that we could just get a compilation of all of Andrew's excuses. You were so busy. Oh my gosh. You had like the most celebrity week ever.
No, that's a complete lie. Why are you saying it? People are going to say, why is she talking like a Valley girl?
I was saying it to sound like that.
I know. Okay, no, you guys, I'm going to get all into the Miami Swim Week stuff. It's not what you think. It was fun.
I warned you.
No, I know. We're going to get all into that. I missed the first 2 days of Miami Swim Week because Sam's laughing, because Zach's grandfather passed away.
Oh, wait, that's not why I'm laughing.
Okay, I'll wait till the funny joke wears off, I guess. Zach's grandfather passed away, so I missed the first 2 days, and then I did go to the last 2 days, and they wound up being a shit show. We'll get all into it. But basically, Zach's mom had to come here, and then the day she left, my best friend Stephanie flew in because she was going to help watch the dogs and come to some of the swim week events with me. And then Steph just left yesterday. Zach's mom is coming tonight overnight, and then my parents get here tomorrow. Once my parents leaves, I'm coming over to Sam. So it's been crazy. And like working in between. But we in this bitch. I think I just sounded like Jay-Z, not that you know who that is, but.
No, I learned who Jay-Z was, I thought.
Yeah.
Isn't that, what's her face?
Don't
what?
Not what's her face about Beyonce.
Yeah, I couldn't decide between Beyonce and Rihanna. Beyonce's husband or ex-husband?
Husband. He just cheated a bit.
He cheated on Beyonce? Mm-hmm. Beyonce is not safe.
Yeah, and then her sister beat his ass in an elevator, but like no one ever knows what they were saying because like the camera footage was silent, so everyone like wants to know what they were saying during that.
But she like physically punched him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, as she should. But can we just roll the tapes back a little bit? Beyonce got cheated on. Mm-hmm. I've seen what Jay-Z looks like.
Yes.
And he would cheat on Beyonce.
Yeah, this is like a whole like I have gone through so many phases where like I've saved pictures of Jay-Z and saved pictures of Beyonce and put them next to each other, and I'm like, how? It is what it is. We all get cheated on. I'm kidding, guys. That is not. If you get cheated on, that's it. You're done, okay? We're not
You're dumb?
No, you're done. Like, the relationship is done.
Oh, yeah, it really should be. It's more complicated than that sometimes. We've been over that.
Because we're going to be talking about Miami Swim Week, I wore the outfit that I wore to the first day. Well, just the top half.
That you got no pictures in?
Oh, you'll understand why. I mean, it was...
Oh, okay. Yeah, you've held back, and I have been itching to know.
Oh, my God. Sitting here made me realize 2 things because I'm looking out my window. The first thing wasn't really a realization, more of an experience. I was sitting in my living room yesterday, and me and Zach were about to order food, and I look out my window, and, like, over the skyline, it's nighttime. I see a huge red flash in the sky, but like it wasn't a flash because like it stayed there, and it had a huge tail, and it was red, like bright red, and I was like, is that a shooting star? But it just stayed.
Comet.
I thought, okay, that's not off the table, but it just kept on going and going and going, and it was going outward though. So I'm thinking,
was there a SpaceX launch?
I looked, and it said that there was one the next day, so maybe this was 2 days ago. It said there was one yesterday morning. But this was 2 nights ago. And it was just so weird. And it was a huge red, like, burning ball of flames going up with a huge tail. And then by the time, like, I was watching it, and then me and Zach, like, went outside to pull our cameras out. When we pulled our cameras out, it was just, like, the red ball. And then by the time, like, I was able to get a video, it was, like, gone.
So what I'm hearing is aliens.
No, I don't think, because it didn't give alien, like...
Whoa. First of all, what do you mean it doesn't give alien? And second of all, you've seen aliens enough that you get a feeling?
Well, I thought I've seen aliens, and I got the feeling, like, oh my God, aliens. I'm not saying I did, but This was giving more of like rocket or comet. Could have been aliens, but I just don't think red when I think aliens. I don't know.
No, I think red. Maybe, or green.
Yeah, green.
That's stereotypical, though.
I know, that's so, like, that's almost like racist.
They're not going to be what we think.
I guess that is racist, like the human race, that alien race. Demi Lovato
Or
would
it
not
was
be
a
happy.
giant meteor. Wait, what?
Demi Lovato said it's offensive to call them aliens. It's offensive to them.
Why?
I think, what did she want us to call them? Like extraterrestrial beings or something.
That is way too many syllables. Pick something shorter.
Alien. But apparently that's offensive to them. She's got to stick to singing. She's amazing. She's one of my favorite vocalists.
But the number one is
Adele. Adele's like my everything, but Jessie J is like the vocalist. I know everyone like made a joke out of her on TikTok, which is ridiculous because she is probably the most insane vocalist of our generation.
Who?
Jessie J.
Oh, okay. Interesting choice.
No. It's like she's insane. Like the things she can do with her voice is incredible.
Over Kelly Clarkson.
Well, Kelly Clarkson is very near and dear to my heart. Like if I had to choose one, I would choose Kelly Clarkson just because like I grew up with her. But Jessie J's voice is insane. Like
I'm gonna have to listen to some more.
Oh my God, it's like next level crazy. If you guys know, you know.
That's still not the answer I was looking for, though.
Taylor Swift is also like my favorite overall, but like not my favorite vocalist. Let's be real.
That's still not the answer I was looking for.
I'm not even gonna consider you. So.
I can rock the new Billie song.
I bet you can.
Birds of a Feather.
There's a lot of songs where I'm like, I wish Sam would sing this. It would be really pretty.
Now, I don't understand the title, Birds of a Feather. Like, what does Birds of a Feather, we should stick together mean?
Okay. So my brain always made sense of it. So to me, in my head, it was always like feathers of a bird. Like I heard birds of a feather, but to make sense of it, I always just pictured feathers of a bird. But now I'm thinking birds of a feather, like maybe two birds that have the same feathers, like they're the same type of bird, like they should stick together.
I opened this Alani because I'm on 1% all of a sudden. So give me a solid 10 minutes, and I'm going to be on crack cocaine. It is the third one I've opened today.
Oh, this is my second one.
I didn't finish the first one, and if you don't finish it, we've been over this, it doesn't count.
Yeah, no, oh my God. People took us so seriously when we said that.
Wait, really?
They were like, you guys need to go back to school if you think that just because you don't finish something, it doesn't count. I can't. I did stop reading the comments though.
That's good.
I'll peek in, but I don't read every single one like I used to.
There was one that made me laugh at the beginning of the last episode, but I forget. Okay, posture. You're going to have to correct me.
Oh, same. Samantha.
I was quite literally like head, no shoulders.
No.
Well, no neck.
My titties are tickling my ankles, so.
That's me. Anytime I don't wear a bra, my nipple is pointing and like saying peekaboo at the bottom of my shirt, and I'm over it. I am this close. This close. Can you see how little this is?
Yeah.
I love that you had it to squint, but that close to starting to contact doctors about my titties.
As your editor, all I have to say is I know. Because I do see your little nipple, or big nipple, I should say.
I really don't have that big of nipples. Can we address this? Which, first of all, it doesn't matter if you have big, gigantic baloney nipples.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's what people call them. Mine, like, they're all different meats.
Meat lovers.
Yeah, I'm big meat lovers pizza. We got sausage nipples, we got bologna nipples, we got pepperoni nipples. Now, I'm the only one that I might ask you questions about is if, like, you tell me that you have ham and cheese loaf nipples. I might have questions, but embrace all of the meats. It's like Arby's. We've got the beef, okay? But for how saggy and like stretched out my boobs are, because they never used to be that way, but I gained weight so fast that they just, like I've always said I have man boobs, not
you lost
boobs.
weight so fast. You lost weight.
No, when I gained the 100 pounds so fast in the first place.
Oh, but they stayed big, no?
The boobs, I mean, sure, they're big and full, but not in a, I would have grown these naturally boobs.
Because now they're kind of like a pillowcase filled with a bunch of pennies.
Pennies?
Because like it's like stretch, skinny string, and then it's like all at the bottom because they're so heavy hanging down.
No, that wouldn't be how I would describe it. They definitely hang, and they definitely have gotten a lot smaller because, of course, where you don't want to lose weight is where you lose weight. But they more just are like they don't hold more weight at the bottom. It's all evenly distributed. It just hangs really low. And like it looks a little bit like ball sack skin at the top sometimes.
Brooke's getting a boob job on June 19th.
Well, maybe I will too.
On June 19th. You guys should go to the same doctor, go together. And
who is she going to? Do you know?
A really good one. It's not like one that slid into her DMs. Like she like actually looked up like a really good one.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing for my boobs. I do have a lot of doctors in my DMs about plastic surgery. And I will eventually get like my stomach skin taken off, and like my arms have gotten really bad recently. I'll get that taken off. I probably won't do my thighs. I'll just leave them unless they get like ridiculously bad.
When you say it gets really bad, it means like makes you feel bad about them. It's not that they're bad, obviously.
No, but honestly, when I'm saying bad, I'm saying it in a
self-conscious.
Honestly, no. It's the crevice. Is this gross? I don't think it's gross. It's just body. The crevice like of my stomach, where like the fold, that might be a better word, like the fold of it. My stomach has gotten a lot smaller, to where like my I call it my fupa, makes people mad, but it doesn't actually like roll over anymore. Like I can fully see the front of my punani, which has been a while.
The man in the boat.
Yeah, so even though I don't, wait, what?
The man in the boat.
Oh, we've been over this.
Mm-hmm.
The gondola.
Yeah, you could see it now.
Like if I'm standing up and standing straight forward. Okay, wait. No, not that.
Okay.
Like, but from the front, I can see it. Versus, like, my stomach used to hang over, like, hang down low enough. Like, I think they call it, like, I don't know if I had an apron belly or what they would call it, but it hung down low enough that you couldn't see it. And now, like, you can fully see everything, and it just looks like I have a little, like, butt.
Oh, yeah.
Of, like, the skin.
I know people who lose a lot of weight, they have that. It's like a curtain.
I still have fat in it. Like, I have weight to lose, but it doesn't bother me aesthetic-wise. Like, I don't care about it. It gets more rashes now than it did before.
Oh, because it's like rubbing together. It's not tight.
Yes.
It's like more rubbing together.
Yeah. And then my boobs, the issue that I'm having with my boobs, that I'm not in any rush to get that off. It's just inconvenient. So that's what I mean by bad. Like that has gotten worse, like to take care of, has gotten like more annoying now. My boobs is kind of a more vain reason because they're literally like empty sacks of skin. They don't sit in my bras right, and they don't sit in shirts right. Like they move around. So let's say like it's supposed to hold them. They'll like sneak out the bottom this way because it's just skin. It's like putting like a big ball of skin in a shirt and trying to like make it keep a shape, and it will not keep a shape. And it's so annoying.
As your editor, I know.
I don't know if people are going to be weird about that, but I mean, I'm definitely getting my boobs done. I don't know if I'm saying this. I will take every avenue before I get implants. Like any option of what they can do first, I will do. I just want like a lift. Maybe they can suck fat out of my gut and put it in my boobie.
Ew.
But I would also love to breastfeed children one day. So.
Can you do that if you get a boob job?
You can. But like with a lift, I think it's more difficult because like they fully take off your nipple. Oh, that's where we started. I have like pepperoni nipples, but like not baby pepperonis.
So like salami.
Pepperoni.
Okay.
I don't have little baby nipples, but I don't have like the biggest nipples either. I would assume my nipples would be, I guess that's what I was trying to say with how stretched out my boobs are. I would have assumed my nipples would be way bigger.
Oh, mm-hmm.
But they're really not. But that's because I wouldn't have had big boobs ever had I not ever gained weight. Like my mom has really small boobs. But I gained weight so fast that I just have really big, saggy boobs.
I saw your mom naked.
I don't know how we got here, and I apologize. I told you once I took 2 sips, it was going to go
But I think people care.
out the window.
I think it's a really good conversation to have. I think people care. And if anyone's mad about what you're doing with your body, like, your body, your choice.
I'm not going to hide anything that I do for sure. But I'm also, like, not going to not do something just because I'm afraid of what people might say. Like, it's going to take a lot for me to get to where I want to be, like, health-wise and, like, body-wise. And if I want to, I mean, I'm 25. Why would I not get my boobs fixed?
Yeah.
Now, I am going to, like I said, I have a lot of surgeons in my DMs willing to do other surgeries, I mean, including that. And they're good surgeons, but because of Trisha Paytas's nipple being on top of her bra line to where you could see her nipple in her shirts when the person messed up her boobs so bad, I will be intensively searching for a really good boob doctor.
Does she say that they're messed up?
It was a while ago. She got them fixed.
Oh, she did.
She talked about it, so it's not like she's hidden it before. Like, when she got her boobs done the first time, it might have been she, it might have been he, I don't freaking know. But they really messed up her nipples. Like, they put them back in the wrong place because they fully take it off.
Oh.
And they had, like, put them super high.
Okay.
So people were like, girlfriend, is that, like, in her videos, like, girlfriend, is that your nipple?
Oh.
Like, why is it up so high? And so she got them fixed so it'd be lower.
Okay.
Like, your nipples shouldn't be up. Her nipples were, like, up here.
Right.
So they fixed it. And I fear that happening to me. Because it's not like, you can't help it. Like, you're under. You can't be like, can the nipple be a little lower while they're doing it? Like, you just wake up and hope for the best. Now, the audacity to do that to Trisha Paytas is crazy.
Well, it was before she was like Trisha Paytas. Now I think, because I did think on her podcast, she said she's going to go in like for more like in the future, I think.
We've always said off camera, we think she's like probably a genius.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think she knows she's a genius. I mean, everything. She's just so smart. But she finally had her baby, Elvis.
I know. I was telling you that I feel like she was not pregnant for long at all. Does she want more?
She doesn't know.
Okay.
It's from what it seems. I don't know her.
I mean, it's hard to know, I'm sure, when you just gave birth. But, like, sometimes people have, like, a plan. Like, I want 4 kids. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you might not actually have 4 kids, but so I just didn't know. She didn't think she could have any.
One of the sponsors of today's episode is going to be Gooder. If you guys are looking for a new stylish pair of sunglasses that have no bounce, no slip, they're all polarized, all fun, then Gooder is definitely the brand for you. They start at only $25 a pair, and they're always releasing new colors, new collabs, so you can like lay low and like, you know, stand in the back with the sunglasses, or you can get wild, get, you know, maybe like a little crazy pair. Gooder has got you. Their new frame is the Pop G frame. It's pop art for your face, but making it fashion. It's made for medium-sized noggins, and they have, I'm gonna read this because it's a list, the Vanguard Visionary, the New Wave Renegade, Born to be Envied, Pop Art Prodigy, the Mod 1 Out, Approaching Cult Status, and those are all the new Pop G styles. Again, they're 100% polarized, and they are perfect for running, going to the beach, golfing, working out, cycling, all of the above. They are truly the perfect pair of sunglasses. They offer a 1-year warranty, and they have over 50,000 5-star reviews. So if you don't believe me, you can believe maybe one of the over 50,000 other people who left 5 stars. If you don't like the first pair, don't worry, because they have a 30-day free return policy, and they are 100% carbon neutral company. So look, they have all the corners covered, okay? If you want to support us as well as Gooder, they are giving Sidetracked listeners free shipping. You can go to gooder.com/sidetracked and use code sidetracked for free shipping. Once again, that's gooder.com/sidetracked and use code sidetracked for free shipping. And thank you so much to Gooder for sponsoring today's episode. Well, that was a good discussion about everything.
Yeah, I don't know how we got there.
That was good, though. I mean,
also, I want to specify, I think all nipples are beautiful.
Okay.
I think that people try to make it a bad thing using meats, and I'm like, okay, if we want to call them meats, then I like meat.
You're a charcuterie board.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
So if I said anything, me saying baloney nipples, I don't care if you have baloney nipples. I'm saying don't let people use baloney nipples as an insult. Just like, okay, I have baloney nipples, and what?
And what about it? You want a sub?
Yeah, what about it? Okay, you want a sandwich? Cold cut?
I would love a cold cut sandwich right now.
I don't know what goes on a cold cut other than ham.
Wait, what do you mean you don't know what goes on a cold cut? Ham is a cold cut.
Well, but is it... Okay, I equate everything to the Subway sandwich menu. Just
Okay.
because that's all I grew up knowing. We didn't
Right.
have like fancy sandwich shops. We had Subway, okay?
Okay.
And their cold cut is like a specific like arrangement of different meats. Like I'm assuming like roast beef, ham, turkey, all
cold
of that
cuts.
is on the cold cut sandwich.
Yeah, no. Well, that it is a cold cut sandwich, but those are making it a cold cut sandwich because those are cold cuts.
Right. And so what I was explaining is I thought it was a specific type of sandwich because I only know Subway's version of a cold cut, like what they call a cold cut. So in my head, if you were to ask me right now for a cold cut sandwich, I would go try and buy roast beef, ham, turkey, and like all of those whatever different meats, and try and like make you the Subway version because I think that that's what a cold cut is. I'm not saying you're wrong. You are correct.
Yeah.
But that's why I was thinking like, oh, I don't know what a cold cut is. Like what actually all goes on a cold cut because I don't know what goes on the Subway one.
I'm torn between agreeing with the viewers who are going to say you're nuts and also feeling bad because you basically grew up as a stray dog. So
Why am I nuts? People ran with the hot dog.
that's exactly what I'm thinking. People are like, I don't know.
Even my sister commented, just so you guys know, I grew up in the same house and I never ate one cold.
Yeah.
But people were defending me. They are pre-cooked. Anyways.
They are pre-cooked, yeah. Well, that's why you're still here today to talk about it. But Sam explained it to me. She was like, I lived in the middle of nowhere. I didn't have like all this family around me to have these big grill outs and barbecues.
Yeah.
Like
we had no family. It was just me, my mom, my dad, and my sister.
And like if you look at the cooking instructions, like nothing ever says like put on the barbecue or like it said boil.
Oh, it says boil.
Yeah, so like you're not wrong.
Well, no, and like most people, so I saw a lot of people saying like I'm from Wisconsin, that's not how it is, or I'm from Minnesota, or I'm from Illinois, whatever. First of a couple statements. The first one, everyone who always says, well, Wisconsin's not all like that. They're always from Milwaukee. Because that's the one city. Yes, like very southern, Madison, Milwaukee. No. We're talking about bum-fuck nowhere, Wisconsin. No stoplights. Like, we have one tiny little grocery store. It's not what you're thinking of, like the populated areas. I'm not from the populated areas. Second, I did not have family around. So like we didn't have big get-togethers where we all cooked food on the grill and ate whatever. Like I was lucky if I was served dinner. I would microwave Stouffer's mac and cheese. Like so when I just didn't have the get-togethers I didn't have the people for that. Like my family didn't just do that.
Anyone who wants to talk shit, that's how she grew up, literally not knowing the world around her. She grew up basically in a snow globe. And look at her now. She made it out, okay?
But that's only because I chose to leave, which means if I'm saying things to you and it sounds familiar, maybe you should leave too.
You were strong enough to take the risk. Back to what I was saying before, the two things I realized from looking out my window. The first was the comet.
You brought us all the way back.
I did. The second
You did talk about a big red ball, and we ended up on pepperoni nipples. So.
Oh yeah, that's probably how we got there. And Demi Lovato. I don't know. But something else I did notice from my apartment this week is its water view. So like the water, like the beach, the ocean is.
Oh yeah.
It's like 1.5, maybe a mile away. Like I can see all of the hotels on the water here.
Yeah.
And what I didn't realize is like I always thought like this line was like of trees, like the tops of trees. But I zoomed in on my phone and it's the ocean.
It took me a second to figure out what you meant by water view, but once I said it, yeah, that makes sense.
I cannot believe it. I'm looking at the ocean right now. I thought I was looking at trees this whole time.
And then when you're looking at the ocean, you're also looking
At Africa. Mm-hmm. But not really.
That's touching Africa.
Well, yeah, as someone who believes in flat Earth would believe that. But the Earth is curved, so I'm not looking at Africa. I'm actually probably
I get that, but that water is touching Africa.
Well, the water's touching every coastal country. But yeah.
Okay.
I can definitely get into my Miami swim week stuff. But I do have stuff to talk about after it, so don't worry. It's not going to end with this, okay? But I wound up missing the first 2 days, as I said, because Zach's grandfather passed away. I didn't want to, like, obviously go celebrate Miami Swim Week and just leave him here. I waited till he flew to New York. It started on Thursday. Miami Swim Week started on Thursday. I obviously didn't go to Thursday and Friday. So my first shows and events were supposed to be on Saturday. So Saturday during the day, I was, like, running around, like, getting everything ready, just, like, last minute stuff. And Stephanie was coming all around with me. And I want to start by saying I was extremely, extremely stressed to attend Miami Swim Week. I was having extreme anxiety about it. I wanted to cancel it all. Like,
yeah, I don't blame you.
I was happy when I didn't have to go Thursday and Friday. Obviously not the circumstances, but I was so relieved that I didn't have to go. And I don't feel bad saying that because the publicist, my friend who invited me, she watches this podcast. She watches like every episode.
She
said, yeah. So I don't feel bad saying that because I told everyone, the whole reason why I was going was to step out of my comfort zone because you know how I am with my looks. You know how hard I am on myself with my weight and everything. Yeah. And the last thing I want to do is be surrounded by
perfect humans.
No, you know what it is? For me, it's always how I feel about myself. I don't care when people call me fat. I don't feel self-conscious when I'm surrounded by a bunch of models. I really don't. Like, I don't care. We're different. It's fine. Like, I excel in other aspects of my life where you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the fact that I had to dress up in fashionable clothes, and I had to go find them, and I had to feel comfortable in them, and I never feel comfortable in clothes.
Yeah.
And that's what was giving me anxiety. And when I don't feel comfortable, I have anxiety, and I can't let my personality shine.
Yeah.
So that's where I was standing with it. Anyway, Saturday rolls around. I'm going all around trying to get ready. I lost track of time a little bit, but I still had a decent amount of time to get ready. So I come home and I had the perfect amount of time to shower, get dressed, get out the door to make the first show of the day. I come to my apartment that is I'm in a luxury apartment building, mind you, okay? I go to open my door, my front door, and my doorknob snaps off. Okay? Completely snaps off. I'll insert this picture. Completely snaps off. Metal snaps in half. Could shank someone with it.
Is that from the inside or the outside?
The outside. Now, you know, my dogs are going crazy inside. I run downstairs to the front desk, like maintenance. It's Saturday, so they aren't there. Okay? So now I'm freaking out because time's a ticking. I need to get to the show. It's about 35 minutes away. I bitched a fit to my building. They wound up sending someone, and they were able to literally just pop a new doorknob on. We're all good. And the worst part was, he was like, oh, this happens all the time.
Oh. Have we not maybe gotten different door handles then?
They thought they were being like sweet and relatable. They were like, oh, don't worry, this happens all the time. Like, oh, well, stop. So honestly, I had to put that like on the back burner because I was so stressed for time. So I go inside, I get all ready, everything's good. I put on this outfit, and I had like these linen baggy pants on, but right now I just have black shorts. I looked really good, and I felt so confident in this outfit. I really love this outfit, and I'm gonna have to rewear it like this weekend with my parents or by you, and have someone get pictures of me in it because I felt really, really confident. So
I'm always down to take pics for you to post 9 months later.
Yes, that very much that. I get ready, I get out the door. Stephanie is in the passenger seat because she was gonna go like get her nails done while I was at the events and stuff. I'm driving. It said closer to an hour. It said 55 minutes. And I was like, oh no, it said 35 minutes. I'm driving, there's an accident, okay? It adds another 30 minutes. Now I'm getting there well after the show starts. So I text her and I'm like, listen, I'm gonna miss the first show. Like, oh no.
Bummer.
Yeah, I'm driving there. It is bumper to bumper traffic. And she was like, honestly, since you're missing the first show, like, let's just get drinks together. We haven't caught up in years. So I was like, oh my God, that would be so much fun. Now she's like, okay, I'm going to get a table now. And it said I still had like an hour left. And I was going to get there basically when I needed to be there for the second show. So I'm trying to like shave time off. And I might have like, see, I do this thing. I was so stressed about the time and how much traffic there was that I didn't think she would believe me. So I might have told her I was a little closer.
It's Miami.
I know. No. Now I know. Since I've lived here, I've only been to Miami 3 times. So I lied. And now the radio's off. I'm sweating. I'm having such bad anxiety, biting my nails completely off. Finally, to make a long story short, just picture that for an hour straight, I finally get there. And she's like, okay, I'm in the lounge, right? So I hop out of the car. Stephanie drives off to go get her nails done. And she's like, oh, like my nail place like actually isn't around here, so I'm going to go to a different one. I was like, okay, whatever. I run in the building and she's like, oh, I'm just in the lounge. So I'm looking all over for the lounge. And she like didn't say that it was going to be really hard to find. Keep in mind, she has been waiting there for over an hour by herself at the table. And I feel so bad. I have not seen her in years. And like, we're not like best friends where like I could be like, oh, like, she's fine. And she's a publicist. So
this is our worst nightmare.
Literally, I'm running all over looking for this lounge. I go in this building where she says she is. I don't know how to explain it other than I felt like I was in a dream. Like nothing looked real. I'm going to send you the video. Nothing looked real. It was the weirdest colors, the weirdest music playing.
Andrew. That's the back rooms.
No, literally not a person in sight. And I'm like,
I don't like that.
I'm like, there's no way Miami. I was like, there's no way Miami Swim Week is here. There's just simply no way. So I saw a hallway and I was like, are you down the hall? And she's like, yeah, I'm down the hall. I go down the hall and I'm in a mailroom. So like this was a residential building.
I'm sorry if that was the lobby of where I was trying to get a house. Absolutely not. Or an apartment.
Keep in mind now, like I know she didn't act it, but I know she's annoyed. So I call her and she's like, Andrew, she's like, where are you? And I tell her, she was at that hotel or like whatever that place was called in South Beach. I was 35 minutes away. So I had to call Steph. She had to turn around, come get me, drive my ass over. By the time I get there, her and like her clients who are also going to show are all standing outside waiting for me. And I'm running, sprinting, I'm sweating. It was a nightmare.
Ooh, and sweating when you like want to feel good is the worst thing ever. Like at the Barbie premiere, like it's just so annoying.
Yes. So I go in and I was not acknowledged by a single person the entire night. The girls she had, obviously they didn't know a lot of people. They just like knew each other. One of them was so sweet, really shy, really quiet. One of them I wound up talking to later on, but like not at first. And then the other, like, if I died in front of her, I don't think she would even care. Literally, like she stepped on me on the way out and like looked annoyed that she stepped on me. And like didn't, like I'm sitting in my chair and like she like hopped over me and like stepped on me. And she was just like, and like kept on going.
That's why I'm afraid of like fashion beauty girls sometimes.
Yeah.
That are influencers. Because like sometimes they just are bad vibes.
We go and we wind up, we're in like this little holding area for like 20 minutes. I tried to make like small talk with them, but I could tell like they just like were not feeling it. We eventually get escorted to our seats. We watch the show. And I just want to say, a lot of times when I see like Instagram models in person, like it's giving Facetune.
Oh, yes.
It's giving like, okay, you look really good, but like you look real, not like your pictures.
Yeah.
The actual high fashion like runway models.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, they are stunning. Absolutely stunning. Might have turned me straight. I'm not sure.
Oh.
So
I've only ever heard you say that about Brooke, so.
Yeah. No, honestly, I really only mean it about Brooke. I don't mean it about these. Because, like, even, like, with guys, I don't like model-looking guys. I like average-looking guys.
Zach-looking guys, yeah.
Was that low-key shade?
Guys, we all can admit that during the summer we get a little bit stinky. I've got some folds, and sometimes with the heat and the humidity, it doesn't make pleasant smells. I like being able to feel like your big sister and present to you a solution to this problem. Loom. I genuinely don't know the first time I used Loom. It's been a very long time. Lume's whole body deodorant makes it so we never have to worry about BO again. Lume is safe to use anywhere on your entire body. We're talking under boobs, armpits, knee pits, belly crack. It's probably not the most scientific term, but you know where I'm talking about. Lume was created by an OBGYN who saw firsthand how BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. They understood that it's not your fault that you're stinky. They found a solution. Lume is clinically proven to block odor all day, and it controls odor for up to 72 hours. I'm not the greatest at math, but I think that's 3 days. You're probably wondering how it does that. How can it work for that long when other deodorants cannot? I'm reading this so I get you the facts right. Unlike certain traditional deodorants that try to mask odor with a fragrance, Lume is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. It's baking soda free and paraben free. It's pH balanced and safe for below the belt, safe for the vulva. There's also a bunch of different scents. I promise you there's one that you're gonna like. Clean tangerine, lavender sage, or my personal favorite is toasted coconut. Lume has a starter pack that is perfect for all new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice. And you also get free shipping. As a special offer for our listeners, new customers get 15% off all Lume products with our exclusive code, Sidetracked. And if you combine the 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off their starter pack. Use code Sidetracked for 15% off your first purchase at lumedeodorant.com. That's code Sidetracked at LUMEDEODORANT.com. Also, Lume's men's brand, Mando, is perfect for Father's Day. Give the man in your life the gift of aluminum-free whole body deodorant. Just like Lume, it's safe to use anywhere. Check out Mando's Father's Day bundle on shopmando.com and get 15% off with code Sidetrack. There's also going to be a link in the description. Thank you, Lume, for sponsoring this podcast.
Anywho, I watched the show. It wound up being really good. After the one girl who stepped on me like an ant left, the other 2 wound up like opening up and like talk to me, and they were really, really cool. I watched the show. It lasted maybe 40 minutes.
Wait, it's that long?
Yeah, but it goes by so quick because it's like a model has to walk around the entire runway, and like right when they get to the end, like the next one comes out, and it's like, this is our like Samantha Joe collection. You know what I mean? Okay. So like the 10 models will walk, and like it takes them about a minute to walk around, but like it feels so quick because it's just one model. You're watching them walk around. And by the time 10 go, that's like 10 minutes, and they had like 4 collections. Do
they like giggle or something?
Yeah, they like giggle, they like throw their hair up, and they like do a pose.
That is my worst nightmare.
Oh my gosh, I'll put in some videos. I was sitting directly where they stopped to do their pose, like 5 feet away from me. And I just know I'm in the back of every Getty's image like this.
I need to find them.
Because the seats, it was like a bench that was too high for my like short legs. So like it was so uncomfortable. But such a cool experience. Anyway, the reason why I have no pictures is because it was over and like Stephanie picked me up outside and I left.
That's just so anticlimactic.
It was so pointless for me to be there, but like so cool to experience it.
Well, cool, yeah. And you can say you forced yourself to do it. Because like 2 years ago, you would not have gone by yourself to that. You know what I mean?
Literally like 3 months ago, I would not. Like, I don't know.
Growth.
Yeah, I'm trying. But I had not a single chance to get a picture. Like, there was just, I talked to 0 people.
I also don't know how I would ask strangers to take my picture. I can't.
The 2 girls that I said wound up being nice, like, I only talked to them, like, whilst I was waiting for Steph to pick me up. Like, for 3 minutes. So that was just a really stressful day. The next day, I wound up having a show and then like a party.
How was the party?
Well, I got a +1 for that. So I was able to bring Steph to the show and the party. And when we got to the show, it was really cool because they had like huge like gift bags of makeup, self-tanner, bag, all this stuff that me and Steph wound up forgetting at the hotel. But
wait, what?
Yeah, I know. I'm really upset.
You don't
about
have
it.
the goodie bag?
No, and it was such a good one too. It was the Cupshe show, and it was really cool because I'm sitting there watching like all the models come down, and then I see Iskra, who I met at like VidCon in 2017. She's like a big model. We followed each other in like 2017, and then I see her walking down the runway, and I just thought that was so random. And I wound up DMing her and then seeing her after the show, and she was so sweet. And then we had the party. They put a lot of money into the party. It was beautiful. Aesthetically better than the playlist parties, everything. But like,
oh yeah,
no one.
Really?
Yeah, but like no one showed up.
Oh.
I'll have videos of that too. Like,
I wonder like what after parties they do go to.
so I was invited to like the main one, but I didn't get a +1 for it. So obviously I wasn't going to go and leave Steph.
Oh.
Was it a good networking opportunity? Maybe, but it's just not my crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean, and I wouldn't have known before the Tard thing, but now I get it.
We want very different things on a daily basis, me and those people.
The whole high fashion or just like fashion, 'cause technically that's not high fashion, I guess, but like the whole fashion vibe and world and like it's just it made that like the people at like the Barbie premiere, like those were way more our people.
Oh my God, how fun was that?
Yes.
I'm constantly living in that trip to LA because that was just like the best thing ever.
I am constantly thinking about the fact that Mackenzie Ziegler's boyfriend cheated on her.
The one we were...
Yes, and now she's with somebody else.
Do people know he cheated?
She just talked about it on a podcast, on her podcast, or I think it's her. Maybe it's not hers. She just talked about how, because she's never talked about like why they broke up, or maybe never talked about them breaking up at all. I don't know. But she said that like she went home, or she went to go visit Maddie, and he went home for like a week or something, and they came back, and he had followed a bunch of new girls on Instagram, and that was really weird because he had like made a point to like unfollow everyone essentially when they got together, and like so that was very out of character. So she kept asking her friends like, what do I do for like a few days? And they're like, go through his phone. She's like, I'm not doing that. And so she eventually just asked him, and he was like, oh, it's nothing. And she's like, okay, can I see your phone then? And so he handed her his phone, and she went to his recently deleted text messages, and he had like deleted like 200 or 300 text messages between him and one of the girls that he followed on Instagram. And it was like them saying like they were going to meet up when he got home and all this stuff. And she went to scroll up, and he said, don't scroll up. And so she said that she didn't want to hate him, so she didn't scroll up. And I immediately went to the comments, and people were like, don't scroll up. I would be feral.
That's strength. That is strength.
I mean, but like, so she left him, obviously, and like didn't ever say anything bad. And he was out here posting, and his friends were posting him, like making it seem like she did something to him. So I guess like eventually she came out and like talked about it. But the thing that he was sitting right there. And they dated for years and years.
What a jerk. I love her.
I don't know how that made me think of that. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Chicken.
Sidetracked.
Also, just so you know, I want you to stay up with the times. This is very random. We will finish everything that you're saying. Could you wave really quick? No, that's how we're waving.
Yeah. Duh.
No, I know. Well, I'm just making sure that, like, you know, like, you did this. You didn't go.
Well, because I thought it was, like, going to be, like, one of those, like, how you wave is says this about you. So I was doing how, like, I actually wave. But, like, when I'm, like, filming content, I'm like, hi.
No, but that's how we're in real life. That's how we're waving.
No, that's,
yes.
like, it's, like, camp. Like.
What's camp?
Oh, you want to keep me up with the times? You don't know what camp is?
What's camp?
Camp is like, how do you explain it? It's like a over the top.
When did this become a thing?
I think the theme for like the 2019 Met Gala was camp. Like it's been a thing for a little while now.
Okay, what's bop?
Bop? Whore. Sam, I know this stuff. You think you're keeping me up with the times?
I didn't know that.
I know, and that's why I'm telling you. Like, maybe I should keep you up with the times. You think I'm so old and out of it? You, Miss Girly.
Okay, but what is bop for, like, not your generation, but my generation? What would we have said bop is?
A great song. Oh, my God. Like,
yeah.
Take Me to Bop City. So why did we
start calling people whores?
I don't know.
For bop. It basically means that, like, you're down to suck a penis whenever.
Yeah, everyone calls Tara Yummy a bop.
But why? Because she's pretty?
Know. I fucking love her. I don't know. I'm only saying that because she says it. People call her a bop, and she's like, I'm not a bop. She's funny.
Yes.
But yeah,
you want to come on the podcast?
You guys have the same management, so
Yeah, but this might not be the episode to ask because we talked about like pepperoni nipples.
She would love it. Also, you need to start sharing the podcast again because our views are cut in half by like 50%, and no one's going to come on with the views we're getting right now. The last thing I'm going to say about Miami Swim Week, I got countless DMs, okay? Because the main thing I forgot to say was the second day, everybody, I was literally just about to call the Uber home, and I looked down, and I had a medium sticker right on my chest. When
but skinny.
I should not be wearing clothes that have sizing stickers on them to Miami Swim Week.
Wait, do expensive clothes not have stickers on them?
I don't think. Like, Louis Vuitton would have a large sticker on it. You know what I mean? Maybe it would.
I mean, yeah, I can kind of see what you're saying.
Either way, it's so embarrassing.
That is so embarrassing. But really funny and on brand. But
I never had more messages because every single person was like, oh my God, like you're losing so much weight. Oh my God, like skinny. Oh my God, this and that. When I have been a medium basically my whole life, even when I was like obese, it's just like I'm small. Like I'm still small. I'm 5'6". Like I've basically always been a medium. The only time I'm ever like a large is when I want something to be like baggy.
Just so we're aware, my face is one of jealousy because I am also small, but was a 3X, 4X. So
back when I was at my biggest, like I was definitely like I was a large. I could not fit in a medium. But like, and my whole time on social media, or like my whole time as Andrew TMI, like 2017 to now, I've never really been like a true large.
This is true.
But it is my fault because all I'm ever talking about is how fat I am. But I guess it's just like the body dysmorphia, how I feel mentally. Like I feel so.
Yes.
And I look so different in the virtual episodes than the in-person episodes. Did you see me on the last
Wait, really?
episode? Oh my God. I look like 10 years older and 30 pounds heavier on like the in-person episodes. It's just I think where I'm sitting on the camera.
Well, then I must be a blip because people said that it looked like we got new chairs, but it was just me being skinty. I mean, we have a podcast where we meet up every week. I don't see why we don't start challenging each other to health goals.
I think we should.
That would be iconic. And I'm not talking like unhealthy stuff, guys, like Biggest Loser or whatever, although that would be really funny. But and I have an advantage a little bit.
I think I could still beat you, though. You know me.
Well, and you're a guy, so maybe those level out.
Yeah, but I'm also in my 30s, and you're not. Metabolism gets worse. Gets harder to lose.
I never had a metabolism.
Well, same.
No, right. So I feel like we're equal in that area. Okay. But guys lose weight faster for some reason, and I am on an injectable.
I feel like the prize is going to be the tough. We're in 2 different tax brackets.
Yes.
So like any money I put in,
I was like, ooh, cruise.
Any money I put in is going to be like, you don't care if you lose. And any money.
Well, maybe we don't make it money. Maybe we make it like the loser has to do something that like we would rather like pass away than do.
What?
We have to to the karaoke bar in Key West and get on the stage and sing karaoke.
And say we were a finalist on American Idol.
Yes, and the other person gets to pick the song that you go up there and sing.
But you can't act like you can't laugh. Like you have to actually look like you're trying.
No, like be so serious, yeah. And you can't like go make it like sound as bad as you want. Like you have to like go actually sing karaoke. Because I wouldn't be nervous if I was going up there to like purposefully sound as bad as I could. You know what I mean? Like you'd like try. And you have to have at least 3 shots first. That would be, for me, would be mortifying. Now, if that wouldn't be scary enough for you, you can pick something else.
Because like you lost, so like you're still fat and you have to go on stage. What if we just do a prize and you put a bunch of money in? I think that sounds better.
What about, they get to pick. Comment below. Skydiving?
Oh, no, I'm not doing that. I don't care. I say this all the time.
But, hey, indoor skydiving.
I would do that.
Okay, so it's not something you'd be scared.
No, that I would do. But like skydiving, I say all the time, like I always had a fear of skydiving and I was like, I don't have to do it and I'm never going to do it. I'm not doing it.
So other than plastic surgery, it's my favorite thing to say. I'm mentally ill, right? And so I have this one of the things that I've noticed, like I can't watch any shows anymore because, well, not any shows, but I'd have to be really careful about the TV shows that I watch because I get super paranoid. Like I can't watch anything true crime, anything that has to do with taxes or maybe like anything going to jail, anything. I just get super paranoid. Serial killers.
Right. My
brain tells me that I'm the serial killer, even though we know I'm not. But so I can't watch anything. And it's gotten like extreme to where like, actually the paranoia has gotten better since my new medicine, actually. But it has really helped. But I have been watching Pretty Little Liars. And if you guys have ever watched Pretty Little Liars, like back in the day, whatever, you would think that that show would trigger my paranoia. This is such a random thing.
I've never seen
you
it.
would think, okay, it's essentially about these girls who like her friend died. This person is like stalking them, like bringing all of their darkest secrets to light. Like it's just like a very like dark show. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't trigger me. It like brings me peace. And I was just sitting at home yesterday and I was crocheting and I was like, why is this not making me paranoid right now? Like, why do I feel safe? Like, why am I feeling comfort from these women being chased by this stalker? I realized, mind you, I have no reason to be telling you this. And there's no substance to this thought. But I realized that that's the show that used to be on in the mental hospital when I would be visiting my mom. Like, that's what would be on the TV. So I started watching that show. That's when I first started watching it, like, out of comfort.
They played a show... Wait. They played a show about murdering in the mental hospital?
Oh, my God. I could tell stories about the mental hospital that she would go into. Like, I would often be like, Mom, why are you in here? Because, like, people were just screaming 24/7. Like, there was the occasional person who was just there for, like, alcohol and, like, drug, like, abuse. Mm-hmm. But there were some interesting people that we met in there. And, like, they wouldn't even let us in at first. You had to be 18. But then if my dad would be with us, then they would let us in. But that's where I discovered that show. And so during that whole, like, part of my life, like, end of middle school, beginning of high school, I would watch that show when even like at home, like when I needed just to be like distracted. There was a lot of stuff that went on, like while my mom would be in the hospital that like just wasn't great. And now my brain associates it with comfort. Oh. So it doesn't make me paranoid to watch it.
Okay.
Because I was like losing my mind, like why can I watch this show and not others? And I saw a date, like in the show, like they like brought up the date. It was like 2014 or something. And I'm like, how old was I in 2014? I was like, oh, I was a freshman in college. What was happening when I was a freshman in high school? How old, or like what was happening in my life when I was a freshman in high school? I was like, oh, my mom was in the mental hospitals a lot.
And you are someone who associates everything. So like that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Adriana, when Adriana was a teenager, she was like wrongfully like put in the mental hospital. Like it was like this whole big thing. I won't get into it, but it's like funny. Like, so she was put in there and she would be like, no, like, because she was supposed to be in the hospital at the time, but like they put her in the wrong like unit, whatever. And so she's like, no, like I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here. And they would be like, we know, sweetie. It's okay. Yeah, they would be like, we know, sweetie. And like she always told it so funny because she'd be like, no, I'm not supposed to.
That's so funny.
Yeah, she'd be like, I'm genuinely not supposed to be here. And they would be like, no, we know, sweetie. Like, so funny.
Because that's like you would sound crazy trying to explain that. Like, no, this isn't for me. Like, this is not where I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to be somewhere else.
And her roommate had to wear a muzzle.
As scary as being a nurse in like a mental ward or like whatever like they're technically called would be, you have to have the best stories. Oh yeah. The stuff that would go down in there, I'd be like, this is Tuesday.
It's honestly like the most creative people.
I mean, like I said, for the most part, the people that would be in there were just like people like my mom who like needed to be on like holds to make sure they were safe, or like drugs or alcohol. But there were people that had like more serious issues. Anyways, that was a very random thought, but I just was thinking about that yesterday because I was like, why am I watching this show and it's not giving me anxiety? So maybe I got to think about other shows that I used to watch.
Yeah, because maybe there's a reason why you get anxiety.
Well, yeah, I just have a fear of being framed, I think.
That's terrifying. It really is scary. But
my psychiatrist told me the reason that I get paranoid, though, when I watch like true crime stuff is because I'm an empath.
I really don't think you give a fuck about anyone but yourself, but that's nice. I was thinking lately that like on a lot of podcasts, obviously like the stereotypical questions are like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? But no one ever asks, where do you see yourself in 1 year? I can't think about 5 years from now. I cannot think about 10 years from now. And honestly, I can't even think about 1 year from now. But I think 1 year is so much more fathomable. Like, where do you see yourself in 1 year?
Okay, 1 year from now, I will have bought a house.
Okay.
That'll be a big one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it's going to look like, where, but I will have bought a house.
Like what state?
No, just like, is it going to be by the beach? You know,
Okay.
like where is it going to be? And like, am I going to just pick like a smaller one that needs to be fixed up or like just try to get like a newer one, but I don't really want a newer one. Okay,
We're talking
I'll have bought a house.
We're talking June of next year. Okay.
For sure. Because I would like to buy a house by the time this lease is up.
Right.
To not renew it. Because there's like ants in the walls.
Oh.
And just like not fun stuff. So that, I don't know how I feel about this, but this is just like my gut feeling. And they say that women just have the best intuition. I feel like we will have been on a TV show.
Who?
Me and you.
Like actually, or are you just saying that for the bit? Or like, do you feel like you're going to be on a TV show and you're just saying me because I'm here with you right now?
Well, no, I think we will have been on a TV show. Well, one, I would never be in a position where I would be on a show by myself. I just feel like we've had so many opportunities, and that is like one that like is definitely going to come at some point. Not our own show.
Yeah.
I see us getting invited on like The Circle or
They wouldn't take us together.
Yeah, they take doubles all the time. We would just like. Yeah, they take people together all the time.
But do we go in separate?
No, we would have one apartment, and we would just pick somebody to play.
Oh, Sam, you know what a good liar I am.
We would slay. But I could also see us, like, getting invited to go on just, like, I mean, like, any type of, like, you're throwing us in a house, and we, like, are with other people. Or, like, The Traders. I don't know if that's my first show. Like, The Circle would be my first choice of show I'd want to be on, but... Because, like, the thought of being locked in an apartment with you for 2 weeks, I don't know how I feel about that, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, yeah, because being locked in an apartment with a clean person is just terrible.
Well, it's more like we don't have phones. We don't have, and like, talk about our relationship being tested.
So you'd be able to pay attention to me when I speak. Perfect.
I would lose my mind. I would be in the gym the whole time, running.
Okay. Right.
If we could get to go on The Traders and just like be in the same house, that would be iconic. I don't know why, but I feel like that could, or maybe we're not on the show within the next year, but like we've been contacted and it's like a process. Now, whether we say yes or no, I don't know. Or they could always go the route of Fat Survivor. That's always an option.
Okay.
But that type of vibe. Work-wise, I see that being a thing. And I also think there will be like a podcast tour in the works by then.
I hope so.
If not announced and like starting.
If Sam even announces the episodes we film.
What about more personal stuff? Maybe I will have...
Your boobs done?
Yes, for sure. I don't know which one will bother me more, my arms or my belly. I'll probably have my boobs and my arms or my belly done. Probably not all three. Unless they can do them in one go. Then, okay. I might own chickens, depending on when I got my house.
Okay.
And I will be a expert crocheter.
I feel like you're there right now, so yeah, I believe that.
Maybe have a baby.
Huh?
Okay.
I only said that because he does not want me to have children.
Not yet.
No, me either. That's me. What about you?
I definitely see myself in a house. I don't think I'll be buying it yet unless something crazy happens, like a TV show. But
do you make good money on TV shows?
No. So
okay.
Scratch that. I'll be renting a house for sure because my dogs need a backyard. I will hopefully start a lot of the stuff that I say. I'm going to start like the gym and like being healthy again. Also like work-wise, I'm hoping that my own social media is more like in the forefront again of like my salary. Still edit for you, obviously, but I'm hoping to figure that out, because right now I'm just so confused on whether I want to do TikTok, because I don't have like a lot of followers on TikTok, so it's like still like trying to grow, where on YouTube I'm established, I have a platform, but like TikTok is where it's at now. So I'm just so confused on what I want to do. So I'm hoping to have a better idea of that and be posting on all or wherever I am. I'm assuming I'll be engaged. I'm hoping
Your surrogate will be pregnant.
Not yet. Oh my God, do you know how much money that is? I need a house
I know,
first.
I was just kidding. This is true.
And
you
then,
don't need a house first.
No, you don't need one, but I would like one. And then, yeah, the podcast, I hope we're still doing the podcast and it's big and we've had some of our dream guests.
To think that we're coming up, because we started filming for this podcast, when you're counting Famous, we started filming for it in August. And you guys can comment where you think you'll be in a year.
Yes. Actually, let's make this a manifestation thing. Manifest in the comments where you think you'll be. What?
Nothing.
Why'd you do that?
I didn't do anything.
You did, and they all saw it. So do you want to lie or do you want to explain why you did it?
No, because I'm not going to push my personal feelings on other people. You can have whatever, feel however you want about it.
Okay, we'll make it a manifesting or a praying.
No, it's really fine.
I don't know.
I was more thinking of like the judgment I would get from other Christians.
Is manifesting against?
Yes.
Okay. I consider myself Christian. I just don't follow it that well. So like,
I mean, it's simply you can do what you want to. I'm saying my reaction was more like my own fear that I need to not be afraid of people.
Okay, so just we'll say putting it out there, whether it's to God or a higher being, whatever you believe in.
Yeah, if you want to manifest. Do
Fucking
it.
comment. Okay, we need comments. Just comment anything. Okay? She always makes this a fucking ordeal.
I really don't care.
Oh my God. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Just comment something. God damn it. Sorry. I hope that in a year from now, all of our wishes and prayers come true.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are.
Okay, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.
Love you.